Hi, Yash, Beyond the Alchemy on YouTube. I say that because I post sometimes on Facebook, and I don't know, they don't know I'm here, and this is my main channel, so so I'm telling people. Look, I got a really good letter some weeks ago or a month ago. I want to read it, and he's speaking on behalf of many people, but many people may not know it. See, first of all, to even say this, you got to have a high level of honesty to even admit this to yourself, you know? And then to admit it to others, that's another level. So I know the fact, just him writing this letter, he got some spiritual benefit. Like, I know that for sure. And because this is, what do they call it? Like confession. That's another spiritual principle. That's why I like 12-step programs, because you do your step 4 inventory, you list everything, you take an analysis and an inventory of your whole being, your habits, your defects of character, your shortcomings, your assets, your everything, and then, so that's good right there. That's healing. Then you share it with somebody. It could be, you know, your spiritual teacher or a priest or whoever, or a sponsor if you're in the 12-step program. Because it's healing. And this is how I see what he did. It's from Zen Out. He says, I don't know. I just want to be free, man. But it's so much pain. I'm trying super hard. But I don't know shit. See, this is it. This is true. You know, we don't know nothing. This is a big revelation. When we don't know nothing and we accept that to our innermost self, that we don't know, like, man, I've tried everything, I've made all my moves, I did the things that I thought was going to work and that I was so sure that was going to work, and yet I'm just still stuck. In fact, I'm worse than I was before I was even trying anything. It's like I'm getting worse the more I try, and I don't know what to do. I don't know anything. When you're in that state, when you not mentally say, yeah, I don't know. No, but see, he's speaking from his inner being. Something's announcing, like, man, I don't know this human thing. I don't get it. I can't figure it out. When you do that, when it's organic, some power starts to flow. You start to get in touch with the greater power that does know, and this is the whole point. This is the whole point of suffering and pain, because it breaks the ego down so that then we can finally admit to ourselves inside, like, man, I don't know. God help me. You can even throw that in there. And then you get help. It's not like there's some, God's not an entity sitting up in outer space, just waiting for us to say the right thing, and then he strikes us and then we get some gift or boon. It's not like that. You can say God's this universal energy that created everything and that sustains it. And there's a bunch of laws on the level of creation that keeps everything in order. And one of the laws, all these laws are impersonal, by the way, is that when we surrender, when something surrenders, this is how we get power. We get real power, real wisdom, real consciousness. As long as the ego tries to think it can do everything and figure everything out, we're not going to access this greater power. But that's the game. This is what we wanted to taste. We wanted to taste how it felt to be this individual, autonomous individual who thinks that we're pretty much the source of creation and we're running everything and we got all the answers. We want to know how that feels. And then we suffer it because it sucks after a while. And then we want to turn our life over to some greater power, that which created us, and say, you know what, maybe you can run this show. Let's see how that feels. And then we experience that, and now we have the contrast of both, of ego running the show and universal power running the show. So then we're like, I think I'm going to go with this greater power, because the pain will humble us after a certain point. Doesn't matter how tough you are, you'll get humbled. All right. So he says, I don't know who I am. I don't know where I should go. I don't know what I should do. See, this is you're in a surrendered spot, man. Remember that space. If anybody, when we taste that, remember that. You want to stay there. You want to stay there, because the ego is going to come back. See, when we're in pain, it's easier to be humble and to surrender to some greater force. Then we start to feel better. Why? Because we're no ego. And when there's no ego, then we get more charged with this universal current, and we feel better, and things flow, and we're in the harmonious rhythm of life, and things are good. Then what happens? The ego comes back in. He's like, man, everything's cool now. Let's get back into business. What do you want to do? You know, what are some fun things to do? What's some personal desires we can get caught up in, you know, just to have a little fun, not a big deal. Then we lose it. So he's in a place where where he's writing from at this particular time in this letter, he's in a good spot. May not feel like it, but underneath that feeling, you may feel messed up, but underneath that feeling, you can feel some peace. I know you can, because I know this state. Pay attention to that peace. Do I have desires? He asks. It's like no thing can satisfy me. And I ain't chasing satisfaction. It's like he already knows nothing can satisfy him. And so he's not even chasing it anymore. He's like, he knows the game, you know? It's like, you know, he can't get a good, you know, oh, maybe if I fly to the Bahamas or something, or Mexico, and then that'll be nice, and then I can party. I'm just giving an example, and I can meet exotic girls, and they're gonna like me maybe because I'm a foreigner, and that'll be fun. He already knows. There's a million different scenarios you can create in your head. He already knows that isn't gonna do anything, and so he's not chasing it. See, the mind will try to lure you with something. Oh, try this, you know, and he's not buying it. It says, I feel like I don't belong anywhere. I'm so tired. Yeah, you get tired. The mind and ego will just wear you out. That's a gift, because then you get into a humbled state like you're in. Last couple of days, I had good feelings. I could barely take off my smile. And today, I'm still good. After my job, I walked in nature. You see, why is he feeling good? Now, how could that change? It's like you go from a suicidal state where life sucks, everything's heavy, you don't know anything, and now what? All of a sudden he feels good. Why? Because that surrendered humility state. The universe power, it doesn't come in, by the way. I shouldn't do that. It's already there. It gets accessed. It gets revealed when our ego gets out of the way. We start to feel this greater sense of power and satisfaction and peace. It's a satisfaction. It's a joy. It's uncaused. You're not feeling it because you did something or because a girl looked at you, smiled. No, you feel good because you feel good, because we're supposed to feel good. But we're also supposed to not feel good for a while so that then we can appreciate the feeling good. Everything's good. That's my point. All right? So see, we can't feel bad forever. He demonstrates that. It may feel like, oh man, this is so heavy, I'm going to feel like this forever. It always shifts. It always shifts. So you hang in there. Okay, but now watch what happens. So he was feeling good, and he couldn't stop smiling. He was walking in nature. But I don't know, something rapidly shifted when I got home. I wanted to cry. My neck hurts. Mine too. And it just hurts when I see other people thinking and doing things. He's sensitive, see? I feel pain, and I set myself accountable for everything. On some level, we are accountable for everything, but don't let the mind take that and create this emotional heaviness that I think it's doing there. You just let everything play out. We're responsible, but yet we're not responsible for being responsible. Did you get it? That's what it is. But I don't know what's holding me back. I desperately want to change my life. I don't know what's holding me back. I don't know if I'm meditating efficiently. I feel relaxed, but it's like I have this black hole in my chest that's wanting more and more of everything. But see, there's conflict because he knows already, he said before, he knows that all these things that he's wanting, if they're material, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to satisfy. So then you're going to feel this kind of impending despair. This is spirituality being born. This is what's happening. Nobody cannot experience this at some point in their life. It doesn't matter if you're an avatar and you've been enlightened in previous lives and you come here, you're going to at least have to absorb some collective karma at first at the beginning, and you're going to have to experience also some kind of pain and suffering and reawakening again. This is just how it works. If you came out of the womb and you're just in total peace from day one, you can't really relate to anybody. You're not going to be able to help anybody. So it's like, by default, if we incarnate in this body on this planet, we're all going to have to go through this kind of 40 days, 40 night, dark night of the soul, okay? And sometimes it can happen more than once. But it's all good. It's purification. So I don't know what I want. I am burning myself. Good. See? Purification. It's getting burned up. Because what you really are can't get burnt. It doesn't have any form. So I ain't doing shit. I'm just lost. It seems that way. You got to be lost to be found. This isn't a clever cliche. It's true. If we think we're found, if we think we know something, there's no space to be found. Because we think we're already found. So good. Stay lost. I don't know. I don't know the purpose of saying this. I know nobody can help me. They can't help you. Nobody can do the awakening work for you. But one can help. God will send people who will, like me, encourage you and give you some inspiration via vibration and energy so that you stay focused on truth. This is how people can help you. But when it comes down to the actual work itself, yeah, you have to do that. I think that's what you're saying. It's like I can give somebody some food, but I can't eat it for you. You have to eat that. And that's a individual evolutionary karmic process. But you're in it and you're doing good, so keep going. So I know nobody can help me, but it's like deep down, maybe I think I can't help myself. Yeah, the mind, ego can't help itself. So you're realizing that because you probably tried a bunch of stuff in your life and you had a lot of different experiences trying things. I have too, and it's like nothing really works, not permanently. It's temporary. Works for a little while, and then it's like, man, I'm back in the hole again. So it sounds like that's what you're realizing. That's a positive thing. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. I don't know. Love you, man. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome. See, these videos are for you, man. These are the videos, these are the people I'm trying to reach. I'm not interested in just spreading some, just looking cool or getting, feeding someone's curiosity. I want people who are actually in the transformation. This is why I'm making videos. And I know there's not many like that. One out of, I don't know, thousands, probably. But this is who the videos are for. Because what else is there in life? This is the highest purpose in life. There's two purposes. Highest purpose, awaken to who we truly are, so that this flow of life and energy can flow unobstructedly through this vessel, this vehicle. See, that's the main purpose. And then when that's experienced as a byproduct, we share this energy with others. Because that's just the natural thing to do. We can't help it. This is the main purpose in life, no matter what we're doing. When I say share it, I don't mean you don't have to be a teacher or you don't have to make videos. You can be an auto mechanic or a candlestick maker, and just in your work, in your vibe, you'll be touching others. So this is the main purpose in life. It's not to make a bunch of money and get a bunch of motorcycles and jet skis and mansions. And what are you going to do with all that when you leave the body? All that's nothing. The only thing you take with you is the consciousness, the character that you built. So this is what we're focused on here. Have a good day.